A family dispute outside Irish Kevin's bar in Key West, Florida, produced 2 misdemeanor arrests on January 8, 2026. This footage is a field-level demonstration of Florida's battery statute, private security detention authority, and the legal consequences of interfering with an active arrest. The incident originates with a single act. The father grabbed a bar security employee by the collar, tearing his shirt. Under Florida Statute Section 784.03, battery requires intentional, non-consensual physical contact. No injury threshold, no aggravated force. The torn shirt constitutes physical evidence of that contact. The bouncer's report to the responding officer established probable cause in real time. That arrest was constitutionally sound from the moment security flagged the officer. The officer correctly cited Florida's innkeeper's privilege, grounded in Florida Statute Section 901(15) and common law, which authorizes business personnel to physically restrain a disruptive patron pending law enforcement arrival. Once the father committed battery against bar staff, security had independent legal authority to detain him. Physically challenging that restraint does not render it unlawful. It creates independent criminal exposure for the person doing the challenging.
I'm not doing shit! Stay here! Dude, I watched this whole thing! Get away from me! I watched this whole thing go down! No, I watched it! I watched this whole thing go down! He didn't do nothing! Okay, I watched it! Wait, let us figure out! That's bullshit. Okay, I'm telling you right now, that's you're fixing to go to jail. Put your hands behind your back. What I do? Put your hands behind your back. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing it. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. What the f*** out of here? I got it. I got it. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Relax. 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 I didn't do anything. I told you do not come here for like 3 times. I'm trying to find my data. That's my dad. Relax. We're all good. We're all good. What are you saying? Stop. I'm so good. I didn't do anything. It's all good. Who else is fighting? Alright, get him on. Walk like a girl. What are you saying? Bro, what are you saying? Come on, you were with me the whole time. How old are you? 21 years old. Okay. I literally... Stay right here, don't move. I didn't do anything wrong. I told you, do not approach 3 times, remember? I didn't do anything wrong. I was just pretending that. He just detained, I don't really care. I didn't do anything wrong. Alright, listen, you just detained, you're not under arrest. Okay. Sit down right here. Sit down. I'm fine. Sit down. I'll grab my wallet.
I was just a random bystander, like not involved in any parties, but them guys were trying to leave the bar. Them bouncers.
Alright, just give me a second.
I'm just letting you know, like them bouncers, these guys were trying to leave.
Yeah, we were there.
They were out of line.
Just go over there.
Didn't do
I'm just
anything
trying to
wrong.
help you, man. That's
Alright, I know. Just go over there.
Everyone's a cop.
Yeah.
Just trying to tell you what's right, that's all.
Alright.
You have my ID in there?
Yeah. And your girlfriend.
I'm not gonna lie, I was in charge cause any problems. I'm trying to just protect him. That's all it is.
What happened?
What?
What happened?
I saw my dad
Alright, stay over there.
Yo, he was with me. He was
Okay.
with me.
Alright, just stay over there, alright?
I didn't grab anything. I
I don't know.
I said I'm trying to protect him.
Just watch him.
Grab me.
Just step over there.
That's mine.
Okay, just step over there for me.
Dude, I saw what happened.
Okay, so just step over there and I will speak to you.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. They really put me in cuffs for no reason. I'm not gonna lie.
Huh?
I walked out. I saw my dad get him. Grab on the bouncer, so I stepped in. I was like, hey, let go of him. Let go of him. And they shoved me, and then one of you guys put me in cuffs. You know, like, I'm the last person in this position, I promise you.
Okay, like I said, I'm the last one here. So
I know. I'm literally the last person.
Oh, it ended up being all of us. It started in the back. I told a lady that's not even with them, she got to put her shoes on. class and stuff. He comes up to me, the first one, the older one. Yeah, the dad. He comes up to me and he gets up on me. He's like, why you gotta ruin them? What's she do? He's like, shoes? Glass. You don't need no love. He's like, well, that's we're just trying to have a good, and he was coming at me.
But he wasn't with her.
But, no, the other girl's still in here. And then that's when he could, like, mine was early. I didn't get in the brawl like that. That's when he grabbed my collar. That's when he kind of started it all. And all we did was try to, yeah, and that's when Gene stepped up. He was helping us up. We were helping break it up. Then the son and the daughter came in. They were trying to get involved. The son's the one on the curb right now.
Does Ted put his hands on anybody? Who was it?
He was putting his, like, both of them were holding my arm at the same time. I was like, let go of my arm. We're just gonna, all we did was escort him out. I guess by the time he got here, I didn't see what happened at this spot. I know he was throwing punches already, so I assume he got outside. The dad was. The dad was the one definitely throwing the punches.
What happened?
I was telling her, I told Alice to go turn up with a short guards on, and the guard just came off. So he just started yelling at Alice. I told Alice to go tell her to put her scarf back on, and the guy just came mad as everything and all that stuff, started pushing around. And I saw the guy grabbed Alice by the shirt right there. Pushing who? Pushing all of us. And then the little thing right there just came on all of us. So.
That's the idea?
Yeah.
There's the female that's standing with them, they were telling her to just put her shoes on. They're not involved. They're not with her. We're separated, so they were telling her to put her shoes on because that's their, their policy or whatever, yeah. And then he came up, the dad came up saying like, hey, like, why are you bothering her? We're just trying to everybody's trying to just have a good time. And he told him like, it's just our rule, shoes and glass. Like, you gotta have them on. Yeah. And then that's when the dad grabbed the white security by his collar, and he's got a hole in his shirt. Yeah. And then that's when, and the dad started scuffling, and then came in and tried to help. Yeah. And then while they were scuffling and fighting with him, the son and the daughter ended up running up, and the son was getting involved, trying to grab arms, grab the security's arms, and shit like that. And so I guess that's when they got him out here, and then whoever was here ended up pulling up.
So, my brother
Yes.
was assaulted by a bouncer.
Okay.
That's his son you have in the cop car.
Yes.
Okay, so when he stuck up for his father, I stood back and gave you the 25 feet. Now I'm about to get upset.
I had to ask you multiple times. All right?
But I did. I respected your order.
Yeah, after multiple times. So technically I could have put you in handcuffs. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. You eventually listened to me. Because I'm not trying to take everybody to jail who's visiting here.
He should not have gone in there.
What is going on
He
here?
didn't do anything.
Can I explain to you what's happening?
Go ahead, but you shouldn't be in there.
Okay, I'm going to explain what's happening. All right? So they have a policy in the bar that people have to wear shoes because there's glass bottles. Some lady takes off her shoes that from my
So you're not taking my nephew out of here in a cop car.
hold on.
This is ridiculous.
Hold on, listen to me. I'm explaining to you what happened. Okay? So your brother, this lady that's not wearing shoes, has nothing to do with you guys. Your brother doesn't
I know what you're talking about.
Your brother says to the bouncer, "What's up? We're just trying to have a good time." And he says, "It's our policy." Your brother grabs him, his shirt's ripped. Okay, so that's a battery in Florida. It's an unwanted touch. No, I'm telling you, the place to argue this is in court, not with me or not with the officers. So once he commits that battery, they flag the officer.
It wasn't a battery.
It is in Florida. It is in Florida.
They grabbed him and tried to kick him out.
So here's another thing. In Florida, if a bar asks you to leave, their personnel could physically detain you until law enforcement arrives. If that means holding you down or whatever, that's why our Florida law works. I'm just talking about that. So regardless, they have a policy. Your brother grabs this guy, they flag down the officer. He says, "Hey, this guy just grabbed me." He detains him, doesn't mean he's under arrest, right? Then your nephew, if it's my understanding, comes up because it's his dad, which I get, all right? And just like I had to give you multiple warnings,
are you talking?
They had to give him multiple warnings. I get it that it's his dad.
That's his dad, right?
But here's the thing.
Do you not have a son?
That's not the point. I have a heart, which is why I didn't arrest you when I had asked you 3 or 4 times to step back.
I stepped back, right?
You did, but not the 25 feet like I asked. But we're not out here to arrest everybody.
But I'm asking, just arrest me now.
It's not going to happen. You're a good
then
guy.
why not?
You seem like a good guy.
So was he. So was the other guy.
But the reason that law was put into effect in Florida, okay, is because while cops are trying to effect an arrest, that we get ambushed from behind, especially when it's involving family members.
Yeah.
And because we love our family, right? So you're trying to place a guy's wife under arrest or a woman's husband under arrest, and this shit happens all the time.
Yeah,
and we get sucker punched or whatever. So when we give multiple warnings and you don't listen to our orders, then you could be placed under arrest.
Well, 1,000 of my boys at home are cops. All right,
Okay,
I am with you 150%. What you guys go through on the daily is not what.
Yeah.
Okay, I fully agree with that. What happened right here is not.
I mean,
Dude, that's my nephew and my brother.
So look, as far as your brother goes, right? There is a battery. It's an unwanted touch. All right.
It was unwanted.
It's more than that. Unwanted touch is this. That's a battery. But when this guy has a hole in his shirt, because your brother grabbed him, that's an actual
He
battery.
got slammed on his head inside the bar. All right, what I did, I'm being 100% honest. What I did was way worse. I went after the bartender or the bouncer with the ripped shirt because he slammed him on his head. Okay, do you get what I'm saying? Because there's an unlawful battery there. So my brother was like, dude, this chick doesn't have shoes on.
What do you mean unlawful battery?
Like, he picked him up and slammed him on his head.
Yeah.
So I was upset about that, and I went after the guy. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
Well, I mean, one of the things we do, and you know, because your friends are cops, is we talk to independent witnesses.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the other employees of Irish Kevin's aren't going to be considered independent witnesses.
Exactly.
Your family isn't considered independent witnesses. So we talk to third parties that aren't involved, right?
Right.
And we operate off of probable cause. You understand that?
Yeah.
So from what I'm being told, and again, the place to argue this isn't on the road; it's in a courtroom. From what I'm being told is that your brother got involved because this chick didn't have her shoes on. He became physically confrontational with the bouncer. They detained him. They're allowed to detain him. They're allowed to put their hands on him if he's causing a problem in their bar. That was in response to his battery. I get where your nephew's coming from. It's his dad, but again, we get sucker punched all the time. We get shot in the back all the time.
I know.
Not necessarily in Key West, but everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So that's why this law was put into effect last year. It's been around for about a year now, right? And it's there for a reason because this happens all over, and the governor doesn't want that to happen in Florida no more. So your brother's going to jail for the battery and disorderly conduct. It's misdemeanors.
The officer told the son he was detained, not under arrest. A Fourth Amendment distinction established in Terry v. Ohio, 392 U.S. 1, decided in 1968. Terry permits brief investigatory stops on reasonable suspicion, a lower threshold than probable cause. However, once a subject is handcuffed and not free to leave, Florida courts examine whether the detention has crossed into a de facto arrest requiring full probable cause. That threshold was met here, grounded in the bouncer's report and independent witness corroboration. The constitutional basis was solid. The officer's framing, however, invites scrutiny in any suppression proceeding. Statute Section 843.02 requires only willful obstruction of an officer in the lawful execution of their duty. The son received multiple explicit commands to maintain a 25-foot perimeter. He acknowledged hearing them. He closed the distance anyway. Emotional motivation is not a statutory defense. Florida's 2021 Combating Public Disorder Act, House Bill 1, was enacted to address precisely this scenario. Family members intervening during arrests and creating officer safety exposure. The statute does not carve out exceptions for protective intent. The officer's evidentiary reasoning was methodologically correct. He separated bar staff and family as interested parties from the Wisconsin bystander, an uninvolved third party, as an independent witness. Under Florida's probable cause standard, independent witness accounts carry elevated weight because the witness has no motive to fabricate. Her corroborating account placed the arrest on constitutionally secure ground that would withstand challenge in any Florida court.
Okay.
Hi.
All right. So what?
Here's my ID. I live in Wisconsin. So what happened was I took off my shoes to dance. Security guard asked me to put them back on, and then the flight turned ensuing. I think the dude was trying to holler at me and was trying to defend me in a weird way. I didn't care about putting my shoes on. I just, I'm a hippie. I want to take my shoes off, right? And then all of a sudden, I knew immediately. I said, if you don't want to get hit, back up, is what I said to my friends. Because I knew it was going to start. And then all of a sudden, boom. And then, while security guards were just trying to take him out, like a bunch of other people tried to jump on him. The security guards. Yeah, dude. Like, they came, and then, when they were coming out, it was like 5 people in one, weird mass walking through. It was nuts.
Were you offended by, the action?
No.
I'm saying by, not just security guards actions,
Hell no.
just in a
No, he honestly, what he said to me, put his shoes on. I was like, yeah, of course.
No, I'm saying not by the security guards actions, by
No, because he was super nice because I think he was hitting at me the whole time. So he didn't do anything to me at all. I think he was really trying to defend me, and he doesn't even know me, right? I don't even know something else, to be honest. I'm just cute like that, I guess. Yeah, that's why.
I hear you.
So sorry. I ain't gonna much to offer except I guess I was the culprit. I didn't even know, right? Or the reason it happened. Usually it starts over a girl, right? It's actually kind of a compliment. Good thing I'm in the shoulder tap gang, so I can push my.
The responding officer earns an A-. Accurate field recitation of Florida battery law, correct evidentiary methodology, distinguishing interested from independent witnesses, and discretionary non-arrest of the ANTOL reflect genuine competence. The deduction is for characterizing the handcuffed son as merely detained, imprecise framing that creates suppression exposure. The father earns a D. He committed voluntary battery against a private citizen performing their job on behalf of a stranger who never requested his help. One impulsive act generated 2 arrests and criminal liability for his own son. The son earns a C. Understandable motive, legally irrelevant execution. Ignoring explicit lawful commands during an active detention is not a mitigated offense. It is a separate crime. The aunt earns a B-. Emotionally confrontational, ultimately compliant, never physically obstructive, she was not arrested. A correct discretionary outcome. 3 legal lessons emerge from this footage. First, under Florida Statute, Section 784.03, physical contact against another person constitutes battery regardless of perceived justification, no injury required. Second, Florida's innkeeper's privilege grants security personnel legal authority to physically restrain disruptive patrons pending police arrival, challenging that physically creates independent criminal liability. Third, when law enforcement conducts an active detention, the legally correct response is to comply, document, and contest in court, not to intervene on the street. Let us know your thoughts on this case in the comments below. If you found this analysis useful, consider subscribing for more legal breakdowns of police interactions. Thank you for watching.